Now, Central Oregon's local alert weather with Eric Oren.
A fine Wednesday to you all. We've made it to the midweek. Here we are taking a look at where we are right now. This is Pilot Butte off of Aubrey Butte, looking at temperature of 52 degrees currently and 10 miles of visibility. We do have pretty good air quality in the forecast for today, and winds should pick up a little bit later, but it won't be as noticeable as yesterday. We're not going to get quite as quick in terms of wind speeds. Now, here's what you need to know in case you're headed to school this morning. If you're on that bus headed towards school, this is the bus stop forecast for you. We have 49 degrees early this morning, and then around 8 a.m., probably when you're getting to school headed in, around 50 degrees, and things will warm up pretty quickly from there around lunch. You're probably looking in the 70-degree range, so do keep that in mind. It's going to be a nice dry day for you with a little pumpkin wipe. Here we are at Smith Rock taking a look at our weather headlines for the day. We do have a warming pattern ahead starting tomorrow and going through the weekend. We're going to see temperatures rise a little bit, and then starting early next week, the cold front will come in and cool us back down into the 70s. We do have good air quality in the region today, and this weekend's going to feel like the last one of summer, so make some plans to get out there and enjoy what should be a pretty warm and beautiful couple of days for us here on the high desert. Now, here's what's going on around the Pacific Northwest and off the coast here. A little high pressure forming, and it's a ridge that's going to be building right around this area, and that's going to come our direction over the next couple of days. And here's what's going to happen. We've had that mild, sort of very kind of temperate conditions, and as this high pressure moves its way in, we're going to bring some much warmer air mixing in, and it's going to give us a bit of a north-south flow, especially going into Thursday. Now, the winds won't be too noticeable, but those directions will stay fairly consistent, at least until that cold front makes its way in early next week. Now, here's the windiest part of the day today, around 4 or 5 o'clock, as I mentioned, just below 10 miles an hour of sustained winds, which is a lot less than yesterday, and we should see winds stay pretty relaxed, at least through the rest of the weekend. Of course, here they are dying down just a little after midnight going into Thursday. Now, our smoke forecast across the state here, we're fairly clear. There's a little bit of smoke in Northern California. Looks like it might make its way into the state. And as of right now, because of that high pressure working its way in, winds are going to stay fairly moderate. So we're really only going to be under the influence of fires in our more direct area, and the concentration of smoke in the area is looking fairly light. So for the most part, we are going to be in the good air quality range. There's a chance that Sisters here is going to make it into the moderate range today, but in general, the air quality should stay nice here on the high desert. Now, looking around the state today, currently we are in the 40s and 50s, a little bit warmer there out of the Dalles and Portland to our north, just around the 60-degree range. And generally speaking, we should be in the upper 70s to low 80s across the state today, a little bit warmer there out of Medford, almost 90 degrees. And here currently in our direct area, we're in the 40s and 50s, and we should get close to, as I mentioned, just about seasonal averages, if not a degree or two below 77 degrees there out of Bend, 81 out of Redmond. And our overnight lows are going to stay fairly consistent as well as we take a look at this 7-day forecast headed our way. Some really nice mild conditions today and overnight lows with clear skies as we round the corner into the weekend. You can see our Smiley today. Well, he's wearing sunglasses because this weekend's going to feel like the last one of summer, most likely. So I do encourage you to get out there and make some plans. Overnight lows going to tick up a few degrees as well into the 50s before things cool off going into the early part of next week. That's been a look at your local alert weather forecast. I'm Eric Oren.